Good.
All right. The broadcast is live. Hey guys, welcome to Ridiculous Gaming. I'm your host, Conrad, co-host Keith and Josh, and our special guest, Adam. We've had Adam on a few times before, but it's never been like on a live conference video call like this. So we wanted to get him back on and give him the opportunity to show off some of his favorites in his collection and kind of talk about that. So Adam, you
sorry, man.
recently
I got one of the retics behind me is making some noise. I'm like, what do you got going on back there? So I had to check.
So you were recently asked over your collection, Frozen Thought. How'd that go for you?
Actually, it went pretty good. I was surprised. All the ones that I was not expecting to eat didn't eat and all. But what I ended up doing, man, is I used a blow dryer to warm them up, or a hair dryer, excuse me. And it's with all that air being pushed around in here and circulating. As you can see with the curtain behind me, the room's all closed off, so all that rat smell was just permeating around through the room. So yeah, it was funnier than hell, man, because all these retics right here, they were just like, "Hey, man, you got my food yet?" They were roaming everywhere. It was fantastic, fantastic.
Hell yeah!
So for the people who haven't really been on, like, seen you on the stream yet, you want to give us like a quick rundown of what you keep?
Let's see here. I got a pretty good sized collection of ball pythons. I have 7 retics. I have a Mexican black king snake. I have a coastal carpet python, and I have hypo BCI. But most of the collection is ball pythons, and then the other big portion of it's the retics.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I noticed that you also dropped your clothing line.
Yeah, me and the lady are still trying to figure it out. We're trying to get it to where we have different options available. Because right now I have the whiskey version that you promoted. Thank you very much for that, sir. And and also I have the original. Matter of fact, here's I'm like going this way. It's this way for me, but it's like, what the hell? The camera's messing me up, man. I'm pointing at my nipples here. But so yeah, I'm fine. I'm glad that we're finally getting that going. I went to a couple different people and everything, and it was like hit or miss. And it's not that I'm impatient, but I want to get some things moving. So I found this deal, just kind of searching online and everything, but threadless.com. And they got some good prices. And, one thing I was kind of tripping on is like, okay, can you get a good print? Because, we've gone to a few different companies, and the companies, that I thought would work out, they send me a shirt and the print's absolute just crap. Or my girlfriend finds one and we order it, and I go, hey, sweetheart, where'd you order that? I can't remember. Well, that sucks. So yeah, I'm excited about the threadless.com deal, man, for sure.
Check out Printful too.
Print what? I'm sorry?
It's Printful.
All right, cool.
Printful. They make it and ship it on demand. So they'll ship it for you. They'll make it a custom by order, and then
so you're not stuck ordering a whole
bulk
shipment of them.
Yeah, and that's what I like about. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
that's what I liked about threadless.com as well. There's no startup cost to it whatsoever. Like myself, I ordered one shirt, and there's a particular cost for myself, being my store owner or whatever, and then I can set a cost for my customers, whoever is interested.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's really bitching about it, man, is what I'm really looking forward to seeing what people do is that you get into the site and you can actually pick the color shirt you want. You can put this logo on this color or this logo on that color, long sleeves, sports apparel, and all that. So that's really cool. So I'm excited what people are going to come up with,
That's the same thing as that other site. It works the same way. So it's pretty cool.
Right on.
If you ever need help designing shit, let me know.
Yeah, Conrad mentioned the other day that you're into the 3D printing.
Not printing yet. Just basic animation, pictures and stuff.
All right. Cool,
I just started doing it like 2 days ago.
Nice.
So we'll
Yeah,
see.
old homeboy of mine, he drew my logo for me and everything. I got a few tattoos by him and everything. We've known each other since we were kids. And I said, hey, bro, I got an idea. And he, we collaborated and everything. And what he ended up coming up with, man, I really fucking dig it. I dig it.
Cool. Oh, yeah. All right.
So, what was your beginner snake when you started?
Oh boy. Well, my first snake when I had when I was a teenager back in 1992, I had my first one was a ball python, and then second after that I bought a Burmese python. And the thing that's funny is back then we didn't have the education that we do now about them. Well, I cohabitated those two, and they did pretty damn good. But so that's strange, of course, that's strange. But lifetime passed, got married, had kids, got divorced, and I got eventually, a buddy of mine, he got a albino ball python, and I was like, dude, what the hell is that? And I've never seen colors like that before on ball pythons, So I started digging, and I found my first one getting back into it was a caramel albino. Matter of fact, I'll grab them real quick.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy right here, this is my first snake I had over, I'll see if I can. The lighting's pretty bad, man, but I got him just at the local pet store or whatever. I had choice, a couple of different choices, but there was a spinner that they had, and then this guy, and I was just looking to buy a snake. I didn't have no idea that they had all these flavors and colors and all that. So I brought this dude home, man. It's been cool, man. I've had him. It'll be 2 years in March. 2 years in March.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
But he's one of those guys I can just let float around the house, and he'll just sit around and periscope on the couch like, what the hell's going on around here? He's pretty cool.
That's what's up. Definitely looks pretty clean.
Yeah, I like this guy, man. It's hard to tell. As you gentlemen probably know, you take pictures of your animals or whatever. It's hard to get the colors to really shine through,
It never does it justice.
Your lighting is there.
Well, I actually got yelled at for one of the videos we made of our white lip. The lady said it didn't show the iridescence enough, and I'm like, I don't know what else to do.
Outside.
Like
I used a good camera, I used good lighting and everything, and then I agree with her, but I mean,
see if I can get this camera to fix it. Pardon me. But yeah, this is my first snake since I was 17. I'm now 44 years old. Well, when I got him, I was 42. So, for some people, a lifetime passed, between the times my last ones and then once again.
Yeah. Right. So after him, did you just kind of start diving right back in then?
Shit, man. It was stupid. My girlfriend, and she's the kind of one that started it out because she sent me a picture, and it was of a killer bee ball python. And then once again, it's like, what the hell is that? And so I started digging.
No. What's going on? Good, you're fine. Keep talking.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I just started digging around or whatever. And at first I had, I thought, a couple snakes are cool. Then I saw this other color, and then this one over here, and then that one over there. And I was like, I was just blown away, man. Just absolutely blown away. I loved having these animals at the house, man. They're fun. They are very fun.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to try and jump into other species like the king snake and then the retics and the boa?
Well, with the retics, that was the reticulated pythons were my second species that I got. And the reason why I got into those, I was always kind of fascinated with them in the early 90s. You hear that these big old dragon monster type of deals, but it was like, you don't keep those. My uncle and an older cousin, they kept a retic one, and then they were trying their hands at breeding boa constrictors and red tails. That's what they were trying to do. But so some stuff was just it was foreign. So once I got this guy and a couple other ball pythons, of course, I started digging into YouTube and doing research and trying to learn as much as I possibly could, the care and everything. And then I ended up finding a couple of retic channels, one of them being Garrett Hartle's. And I just went, what the hell? I can have a retic that kind of stays small as well. But so that's what kind of got me into it, because, you know, it just I like to have the snakes, but I can't have a 20-foot snake, you know, a bunch of them. Like I can have a bunch of these, if you will. So it's not like it's quality over quantity, of course, but
I'm sure if you made some room in the snake room, you could get some 8-foot enclosures in there, 10-foot enclosures stacked.
Well, as you can see, this girl right here, this is Nacho. She's pushing right now for, I don't know, whatever reason. I'm having a hell of a time with her right now. I even actually just took the paper off of her enclosure because I got it blinded up for her, because I'm having a little bit of a problem. She's not fat-lipped or anything, but she's got a bump on the top of her head. But I'm having a little bit of trouble. I'm moving up temps up and down and all. But Nacho is the only mainland that I do have.
What's, just out of curiosity, what's her temp set at? Because Josh kind of helped me and someone else with that.
Right now, I got her at 86.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. See,
86, 87 should be like the spot. But yeah, it's weird that she's pushing. How big is she?
Well, let me grab her real quick. I'll show you.
Okay.
She's about 8 foot. Let go, dude.
like,
Hey, girl. Yeah, so this girl here, this is Nacho. She's an orange glow, but she's roughly about 8 foot or so.
Oh yeah.
I wish the lighting was a little bit better, but yeah, you know, gentlemen, it's like she's not pushing, as you can maybe possibly see through the camera. If I can find the damn lens,
I think Keith can actually.
Oh, yeah. I
He
don't
gets rid of Josh.
Hold on.
You-
I thought it was that button. I guess not. Was it this
so
one?
recently,
Hold on. I don't know.
my
I don't remember how I
my
did it.
big female started pushing
Was it?
more recently lately.
There we go. There it is.
Hey.
All right.
And so we actually had a friend that we talked to. He said his retic was pushing, and his temps were, you know, around yours, but he was. Josh told him to try bumping it up a degree or two, and I guess ever since he did that, he kind of stopped pushing. And then I had my big female, you know, Buttercup. She was pushing real hard for a minute, so I'm like, well, maybe I'll bump it up. So I bumped up because she's in that big 6x3x2 with the shelf and everything. So I bumped up like her probe temp to 90, which sits on top of the shelf underneath the. And she hasn't really been pushing since.
Right on. Well, I'll have to give that a try, man. Thank you very much. Because
it could even be like bumping up food size by a little bit may help too.
And I was thinking
for the snakes.
I was thinking about that as well, man. Because like this girl has never struck at me one time, not once. Yeah. But there was this last week. You know, all I went to do was I went to go just how I did just a second ago. Is I went to go move the glass, and she just came at me. You know. So she may need to cut a little bit more food in her for sure.
Yeah, it might calm her down.
But yeah, she's cool, man. She's real cool. I can put her in my bed, because right behind my curtain here in my bedroom, I'll just not throw her on the bed, but let her roam around the bedroom and everything. There's too much shit in her for her to knock down, so.
Yeah, retics will just take out everything.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's why I love retics, but that is they if you let them down, they're knocking everything off.
That's how you find them when you lose them, though.
Yeah.
Just follow the path of destruction.
I even noticed like lately I'll take Buttercup out, hold her for, 10, 15 minutes, but as soon if I have like her enclosure door open a little bit, like slit open a tiny bit, she will like instantly head towards her enclosure once she hits the ground. It's kind of weird. Goes right in.
Or she wants to go back in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know. I think
matter of fact, hey, can I show you guys 7? Because it's basically, you got Buttercup and I got 7 from the same place, man. Wow. And Buttercup's what, 2 years old now for you?
Yeah, yep. She just turned 2 back on like January 6th.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, 7's not quite 2 yet. She'll be 2. I can't remember between the two of them, but if it's April 3rd or April 22nd, I think it's April 22nd, she'll be 2 years old. But check this out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm right here still. Shit.
Right. And 7's a normal, right? Just a classic type. Yeah, I know. I've noticed you prefer the term classic over normal. So
yeah, because there ain't nothing normal about this room right here, man.
Oh, what are you eating?
What?
What's Kellen eating?
Oh,
looks like
candy. No, he has green marker on his face, and the green screen's picking it up.
Oh, that makes sense.
He tried to do his makeup, apparently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine's colored blue right now.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
You can't have that, dude.
This is probably the biggest girl I have, being 2 years old. But this is 7.
Watch.
Oh man.
She's a sweetheart. Man. Yeah, she's an absolute sweetheart.
I mean, yeah, I don't have mine right now. Like mine are in a different room because it was still kind of chaotic upstairs with all the kids running around. So I'm like, but yeah, quite a big size difference between her and Buttercup, man.
It's a huge size difference.
And this girl here, she's probably out of the 7 that I do have, she is freaking strong. I'm like, what the heck? Because she's just pure muscle right here. Pure muscle.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's going to be 37.5% Soleil and 25% Jump, supposedly.
Yeah, I'll just leave it off with that one.
But shoot, man, this is my second retic that I purchased and all. But where I was getting them, I figured, getting into the localities and all, I thought people weren't really assholes. Pardon me, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not bullshitters.
Yeah, and that's the thing when I had my experience with who you got 7 from.
Yeah.
She was sold to me as a dwarf. And I was told at first like 30, it was like 50% dwarf altogether, and it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get you, bro. I get you. And I would love to breed this girl. I mean, I've her and the very first retic I bought. I thought, well, this could be a project, but I'm kind of wavering on exactly how big she does get. I do have the paperwork on her and everything, so we'll see.
Right, and that's kind of Josh's thing, because he said he's waiting about 5 to 10 years to see where all these super dwarfs are going to be with size before he tries diving into them,
Yeah, right on. I mean, shoot, man, you get somebody that's legit and knows actually that, you're getting what they say that they're selling you and all, which I got a couple of those and I cannot wait for those, but, I'm going to wait on this girl for sure because she's het mocha or albino. And then the male I have is hi, 7. She's is het albino. So some Mochino possibilities would be cool with some localities, depending once again how big this girl does get.
Excuse you, sir.
Yeah. So, did you have any like fun learning curves when you start diving into retics? Like learning how to work with them from babies and.
Yeah, man. They're a whole lot different than the ball pythons were. I think they require a lot more attention. They require a lot more attention for sure. I mean, to raise a snake or a retic that's going to be well mannered, if you will, that you need to hang out with those animals.
Right.
I think so, anyways. I think.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. I didn't notice. You probably tap trained, right? You worked with.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, he
probably worked with tap / hook training and everything.
Yeah, and when I first got them and they weren't these bigger animals, subadult animals and all. What I was doing is I would open up the cubs and I would stand there, and I would let them respond to me because if I was I had 2 different ways. Pardon me. I had a what's the word I'm looking for? A system to it, if you will. If I was going to feed the animals or the retics, then I had a rat on tongs. And if I wasn't going to feed, I never had anything in my hands. I always opened up their homes barehanded, no tongs or anything. Open up their home and let them respond to me. They would sometimes come rushing out or whatever, but I just look at them like, I got no food. And eventually I would move a hand towards them, and they were always cool. But, I thought, well, since they're getting bigger, I'm not going to use that route anymore. So I started using the tap training for sure, bro. For sure.
Well, oh yeah, man. See, that's definitely a different way to do it too. I mean, there's more than one way to slice a pie.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
For sure, man.
And it's like, one of the retics that I got her at 2 months old, and she was a firecracker. I mean, a damn firecracker. Every time I touched her, she lit me up 6, 7 times. And I eventually got her to the point to where she doesn't bite anymore. She gets a little bit nervous sometimes still with, depending on how fast I might move, how many people are in the room when I do have her out, she can get a bit nervous. But other than that, man, I haven't been lit up by her for a few months now, which is quite nice.
Josh, how old is that tiger you have out?
This one right here is 2.5. Okay, well,
2.5.
3.
Now, Josh,
Female, right?
Big difference.
What's that?
Is that a mainland retic or any localities to it?
Just the mainland.
Yeah, cool.
You went down?
Yeah, it's pretty much all I have mainlands.
What would I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Wow.
I tend to do that to people, bro. Sorry. No, I'm playing.
So, what would you say the length on your tiger is there?
Right here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never measured them.
No.
No.
If you had to guess.
Seven and a half.
Yeah, I would say probably like 8-ish.
Dude, I'm willing to guess around 9.
Yeah, I don't know. Stretched out, he gets going. He does look long. But,
have you guys ever tried to measure any of your retics, like with the string string method, or?
Goliath pretty much got lucky, and he at a straight point in my room. and was able to measure how far he was. And that's pretty much all we did as far as him. Like I said, he's at 14 foot 11 inches, but that was him going just straight across the floor. Now, I think, he's the only one that I've done that with.
Tried to measure so far.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the only way I've ever measured a man is like, so, you know, me and the lady be hanging out in the living room, and I let the retics roam the room and all. And there's times where they'll get on the back of the couch, between the wall and the couch, and they'll run that wall. And once they kind of get that straight point or whatever, once they take them off, kind of mark a point on the couch where they're at, to where their tail goes, and then measure that out. But, of course, that's still a rough estimate, but it worked out pretty well, just let them run around the house once again.
Right, I tried doing that, Buttercup be on like a straight path, and then as soon as I go to try it, she I don't know, isn't on a straight path anymore. So it's kind of she's definitely really stubborn and active for her size. But she's a great retic, so she just, I don't know, likes to be on the move if I have her out. She doesn't really just chill.
Not many of them
So
do.
what you got there?
This year is, I named her Zuri Morningstar, but this year is a 50% Kalatoa Amel.
Oh, man.
And she will be a year old in March.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely pretty. I know.
Thank you.
I
love the
Amel, right?
Pardon?
No. I'm pretty sure Josh and Keith have an Amel, but it's not super dwarf, right?
What, Amel? Yeah. Yeah, we have the Amel Sunfire and just normal Amel that are going this season.
I love their eyes, man. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, and it's like it sucks because like here I am looking at all these pictures of snakes all day, and I still only got my 2 right now. So I'm like, I was looking at pictures of the Amel, and like their eyes seem like they'd be like a bright pink almost. Like it's hard to explain, like a pinkish red, but I don't know, really bright.
Yeah, they remind me of like a candy cane or a peppermint stick. Like the colors of, that's what they remind me of anyway.
Yeah, because the Amel Sunfire that I have, it almost looks like he has what's called Christmas bulbs or lights going all the way down the side of them.
Nice.
So they're one of my top as far as albinos, but it just doesn't work with purple or hold on, why am I drawing a blank?
All the Clark albino and all, just about all of them, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work with it. So that's the only downfall, but I still think they're gorgeous how they are. Yeah.
What I'm curious of, and one reason why I got her, not only because of who she is, but I do have a Het Anery super dwarf as well. That's 50% and 12.5 Jamp that I got from Reach Out Reptiles, and I'm curious of what Amel Snows or Amel Aneries, if it's even possible.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. I haven't seen any yet, but I'd like to.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that would work out the same way.
And I don't know if they're compatible or not. I was reading not so long ago, and I've heard that there's eggs on the ground, or somebody's raising babies right now that are double head.
I think Samson is, or Garrett. I think one of them is, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think it might. I think it's Samson because he works with the Amel genetics and all.
He definitely works with it pretty heavily.
Yeah, he's got a lot. It's kind of hard to even try to produce someone you already know they probably have everything and more that we can get our hands on.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I mean, that's one part that's it's hard in the game, if you will, is that I mean, granted, it's not all about the making the world's first or making tons of money or anything. I just love the science behind all the genetics. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, but when you are trying to shoot for something and everybody's like, "Oh, I did that 5 years ago." Well, good for you.
Yeah.
See, I really love baby snakes. So
heck yeah. I have a couple of ball pythons, I believe, that are going to lay for me this year, which I'm excited about. Just a couple of incomplete dominant pairings, because granted, all the snakes that I've purchased myself are still young. Granted, I could push it. I got one that's 2.5, and all, but I'm going to wait till next year to do so, or until she gets 3 years old. But
right.
The I got all my racks from the lower racks here. When I went to go purchase the racks, he's like, "Hey man, I have 3 females that I'm not using anymore." He says they proved, or they gave me clutches this year, but he says if you want them, you can take them. I'm like, sure. So when I first got them from them, they were pretty thin, due to laying eggs and all that. But I've gotten them fattened back up, and I have 2 of them. I'm hoping, I got to try to figure this out, of course. So if I have females that are going to work, then sure, let's give this a try.
Absolutely. And the big thing is working with what you like, what you want to see. Like, the world's first, it'd be nice, but at the same time, as long as you're doing what you actually want to do with them, that's all that counts, man.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy to see them every day, because if it's not enjoyable,
I've thought about that, bro. Because I have a pastel, and I put my caramel albino to her. I've never, because I know that the caramel albinos do have their kink issues and things of that nature. But I've also heard, with coming from a recessive caramel albino female, but I've heard that you don't have all those kind of problems with hets. So I put him to a pastel because I've never seen any other kind of genetics with caramel albinos. Granted, I guess there's the ultramel now, from what I just learned recently, or what's the word? Compatible. But I did that one for myself because I just want to see how popping I can get those yellows off.
Yeah. See, speaking of racks, though, Josh, did you kind of want to talk about what you found yesterday?
They still need tubs and everything, but yeah, dude, I was driving down the road, and out of the corner of my eye, I seen. I didn't know if they were shoe racks or what. I'm like, that looks like a rack. I put the car in reverse, backed up, and I'm like, it's 2 baby racks. I was literally just talking about the day before. I'm gonna need at least 30 more spots. So that helped out a lot. And I looked them up, and the brand, they're originally $375. So, and they're literally like bright white, clean. I'm gonna still go through, steam clean everything and all that, but they're awesome looking.
So that's basically essentially like the 375 tubs, then the 37.5 quart or whatever.
They are, what are they? The 6 quart or 7 quart is what they are. So they're smaller, little baby rack, But
it's pretty dope stuff.
And all what's next to me right now, my little workstation, all this will be gone because we're doing a baby rack that'll go from bottom, be bigger on bottom, and then go up to smaller on top. It'll be this whole wall that I'm sitting in front of.
That's gonna be pretty sweet.
So that'll give me roughly 112 spots for babies this season. So should be good. Plus the ones I already have.
So should be good.
Yeah, hopefully more. That's one good thing about doing the pythons and stuff. Boas, you literally just whatever drops, it drops, and you gotta be prepared for it. With the pythons, you got eggs, and you can count the eggs. You know how much you're gonna get. You might not even get all of them to survive. So there is that. You at least know what you're getting yourself into there.
Yeah.
So with the
boa, you have
very big span.
You're definitely more prepared for it in the long run.
Yeah.
Preparation's always like a real good thing in the hobby, I think.
The hobbyist, people that just, I see a giant number and they go and buy a snake to breed it. But then they have nothing for babies when they actually do come. And it ends up half the time a shit show, to be honest. I've seen people trying to incubate out of just styrofoam tubs, which that will work. You're not guaranteed everything, but then you also got to think about where you're going to put them after and then feeding them. And a lot of people don't think that far ahead and get themselves, in a little too deep.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
I mean, too, man, this is my first year of trying to do so. And I was laying in bed, kind of trying to go to sleep or whatever. And I went, man, hopefully all these females are going to lay eggs for me. Now that I think about it, there's going to be a lot of babies that I have to feed. It adds up, man. But I figure, a couple of clutches, sure, but not 4. That makes 20 to 24 snakes. Damn.
I'll be back, guys.
Do the retakes and everything. Then you're 30 plus if you're doing mainlands. And
thank you, David.
They just drop them.
Yeah, shoot, man. That's one reason why I'm kind of glad that all my retake projects, because I have a total of 1, 2, 3. I have 3 projects, and with those, I'm glad they're a few years out, so I can get. I got some time to figure everything out and everything. Raise these, and by the time that they might turn 4 and 5 years old, and I go, never mind. I just want to keep them as a pet, and I don't want to breed them. But I did make those investments for some. I definitely, there's definitely one that I definitely want to make sure I breed them for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like my super dwarf male. I mean, I bought him as a pet, but I also bought him on the chance that I will breed him. So he's a pet / investment animal. We'll just kind of see where that goes.
Hey, right on, man.
So,
breeding is always fun, and I'm not trying to talk anyone ever out of it, but just make sure everyone always thinks ahead.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I have 3 empty racks with 15 slots, and they're 28 quart slots.
Yep.
And we figured it out where I can get 2, like 6 quarts into each. Yeah, I may have to put a lid on them and all, but I 15 times 2, 30 spots. Which I don't plan on having 30 babies, anytime soon. So it works out, I'm like, but I can't buy anything else that's new. Don't have it anymore.
Yeah, because that's what's nice with the one rack, the black one behind me, is I can go do 6 quarts with the lids on them all the way across. I fit 3 across, or I can then bump them up to 15 quarts and then up to 32 quarts as they start to move out the door. Each snake just moves up to a bigger tub whenever one gets sold up.
Yeah, right on.
But yeah, it's definitely some prepared for.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I've only been collecting or keeping now for it'll be 2 years in March. When I bought my caramel albino, and I fell head over heels in love, man. I was just like, I can't get enough of it. Reading about it, watching videos, bullshitting with people like you. It's absolutely amazing. Going to the reptile shows, it's fun, man.
Yeah. And the community, it is. It's awesome to be a part of it.
It is. I agree. I totally agree.
It's awesome bringing people into it too.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Right. And that's another cool thing that we're trying to do with this live stream is like reach out to various keepers, breeders, everyone kind of from beginners to experts, if you will. And so we're trying to reach across to broad platform and kind of bring the community together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because you can talk to yourself about reptiles so much. You start needing to talk to someone else about them too.
Yeah, my girlfriend told me over and over again, Adam, I'm so damn glad you found somebody else to talk to because you talk to me and it's like, I can listen, but I can't feed back to you.
I started talking about dominant recessive traits, and my girl's trying to catch on, but we'll see how well it goes.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's a good time, man, for sure. Definitely a good time. Shoot, man. Myself, I'm a busy man. I work 48 hours a week. I got 2 teenage boys and a girlfriend. Honestly, I don't have friends. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong on that. I mean, I have people that I can communicate with here and there. For example, Conrad and I, we bullshit, here and there and all that, and that's cool. But when it comes down to going and hanging out at a homeboy's house or whatever, man, I don't have that much time to do that kind of stuff.
I feel like that kind of fell off for everyone at one point. No one really gets together.
Everything's technology. That's what we're doing right now. This is how people hang out nowadays.
That's why I said the next time we do Thanksgiving, we're all just gonna hook up the webcam. We got more space.
Yeah, we gotta get elbows, big plate here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I did on camera. I'm self-conscious.
Technology is definitely taken over a lot, and in some ways it sucks. But like in summertime, I'm always out. I'm always at the trailer, somewhere dirt bike riding or taking the kids out. But wintertime, I'm always in here or in the house.
Yeah, for sure. Me and the boys, I like to get out and take the boys fishing and all that. That's a good time. I broke my back on a dirt bike about 12 years ago, so I don't touch those things anymore. It hurts.
Yeah,
I bet.
Ouch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like you guys, it's easy to like get out and go to like events that have to do with reptiles. So for me, I'm kind of like, Northern Michigan's kind of just like a shit place when it comes to reptiles because like everyone's, sure we got keepers here and there, but it's not as like pronounced as like the Pennsylvania area or California, So.
But you're always shocked. You never know who you're actually, close to. Like I got right up the street. It's not even a quarter mile from my house, and right up there. So apparently, either guy is into breeding or is out of breeding. The last dates on it, I think, were 2016. They look like they've been sitting around for a little bit, but I don't know. I should have knocked on his door. But I was just more happy. I found them. I loaded them up. Like we're on the road,
running down the street
on the road.
Here, man.
Ladies were out for garbage, But yeah, it's crazy when you don't know everyone around you.
Yeah, well, and granted, what Conrad, you mentioned up in Northern Michigan, I can't relate to that being in Southern California or whatever, but with that in mind, it's not, once again, I don't talk to a lot of people, bro, but we went to a show, what was it called? It's the Costa Mesa Repticon, I think it was, a few months back. And, I took me and the boys and my girlfriend went, and we were walking around and everything, and we stopped by Unbelievable's booth. And they, big ball, they breed ball pythons, and they have some really nice animals available. Well, we're, BSing with one another and everything. And the lady I'm talking to, she goes, well, where are you from? I said, well, Cherry Valley, Beaumont area. She goes, you got to be shitting me. Well, sure enough, they live right down the street, basically. But we met, which is about an hour drive from here.
That's crazy.
Always a small world.
It is.
Yes. For sure.
The older and older you get, the smaller it gets.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Everybody knows somebody that
Yep. Yeah, I always thought my grandfather was crazy. Anytime we'd go somewhere to buy a car or whatever, he would always find something in common that they know someone, and we'd walk away with something cheaper because they knew each, the same person. I'm like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's bullshit. And then as you get older, that's how it actually
Dude, I've been with a few older guys like that will just walk around and they literally know everyone, and it's like
my grandfather worked for Post Gazette, so he was literally everywhere. The Pittsburgh Post Gazette, and that's our local newspaper, and that's just knew everyone through that. Like, I remember going and buying stuff out of people's trunks and stuff, and that had their little whatever you want to call it, like side sales thing. He just knew everyone.
Oh, like the swap meets and stuff.
No, not even that. No, we just pull up and there was this guy that was selling. I bought a fishing rod and a DVD. Who knows? Not sure exactly where that came back then, but
that kind of sounds sketchy nowadays. It's just buying something off some dude's trunk.
That's pretty much all just Italians back then.
Hey, I do that. I just can't tell anybody about it when I'm buying. No, I'm kidding.
Here we go. Shit. So, when did you purchase your king snake? I've been meaning to ask. Like, see, I've never owned any colubrids before, so.
Yeah, and this is my first, man. And I started working volunteering for a reptile factory, Riverside, about a year. Well, that store opened a little over a year ago, and the weekend after they opened, I went in there to check it out and everything. And then I turned into a customer, went in there just BS with the people that work there, and I heard something that they might do volunteering. I was like, pick me, please. And it took me a little while and everything. I had to prove myself a little bit and then come across and be a little bit more get to know one another a little bit more. And eventually they hit me up and said, "Hey man, we got a spot if you want to volunteer." Yeah, of course. So I started volunteering. I don't know, a few hours on Wednesday night, a few hours on Saturdays, and then their company, and I did that for some time. Their company changed to where they couldn't have volunteers. They came a little bit more. I don't want to make it sound bad because it's not, but
corporation.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And so they couldn't have the volunteers for a little while. They wanted to get everything figured out and all. And so I stopped helping out there for a couple months. And then the gentleman, Daniel Solis, he posted up something on Facebook about they were hiring and everything. I'm like, right here. Well, I ended up talking to his girlfriend, and I was like, I can't offer a lot of hours and all. But I said, I would love to work for you guys. Whatever's beneficial to you for making me an employee for you, if it's beneficial, then please and thank you. And so they hired me on. So I work there one day a week now. I was working on Wednesday nights and all day Saturday, but now they got me down just working Saturdays, which is cool, man, because 51, 52-hour work week, it catches up with you, day in and day out. But
right.
So at Reptile Factory, hi sweetheart. At Reptile Factory, they have a slew of animals to choose from, and at that time they had probably about 15 Mexican black king snakes, and I knew one day that I'm going to have some babies that may not survive or are not capable of going out into the world or whatever. That's why I got the king snake. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't work, but I can't wait to watch that snake eat another snake. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it sounds horrible, man, but that's what they do.
Hey, that's natural predation right there.
If you're a breeder too, just for the fact if there is anything that's wrong with a snake, you have something for it to actually go towards.
Yeah, that's one. I mean, granted, let me grab her real quick.
I mean, that's why some people own king cobras, though. I mean, I heard they're like ball python garbage disposals, like for like dead babies and stuff. They'll feed cobras.
Yeah, it happens. And a lot of people don't talk about the bad part of breeding, that you might not get everything, or everything might not work out. Yeah.
Right. And you don't want like just, throw it away. I mean, most people do, but it's kind of a.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh,
she's
wow.
guy.
man.
He's still small.
Yeah.
He's super cool though, man. So he's.
One thing, it's nice she's not slinging poop all over me, so that's cool.
Is he normally doing that?
You know, a little bit of defense mechanism. Don't touch me.
Yeah, he's definitely cool, man.
Yeah, but I like that. And the all black eyes, the scales, and everything. She's cool. But yeah, Reptile Factory, real good. They're good people, real good people. They have good animals, variety of animals and all. But I really enjoy working with them, and I met a lot. They're friends. I consider them friends now, which is cool.
What's some of your favorite species you've gotten to work with there?
Oh shoot,
That's a good question.
With working with, man, all it is like time wise, I'm changing their waters and I'm cleaning their homes and all. We don't get a whole lot of time to spend with the animal and all, but the things that I really enjoy seeing coming into the shop, man, it's one of my dream animals to have one day, but the peach throat monitors. Those things are freaking bitching, man.
Oh man, yeah, for sure. That would
Another
be cool.
one kind of cool that just came in. We've had them in before, but caiman lizards, those things are gorgeous as well.
Yeah,
they're sick.
So, did you plan on keeping any lizards, or you got
monitor?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a Savannah, right?
Yeah, we've had him for, well, I don't know what it is with March, man. It's fucking March again, but he'll be 2 years old in March. Roughly, anyways. We bought him from Triple L Reptile in Temecula. Me and the boys and the lady, we went to there because I was planning on getting them a panther chameleon because that's what one of my boys really wanted. So we go in there, we're shopping around, trying to figure out pricing and all those kind of things, cage setup and whatnot. And as we were hanging out there, we ended up hanging out for quite some time. And they were like, "No, we don't want the chameleon. We want the monitor." So I'm like, well, the monitor is only $25. The chameleon's $350. Let's get the monitor. But I tell you what, man, I wouldn't trade it for the world. But just because it was only $25, it's still a whole lot more expensive than that, for damn sure. For damn sure.
Yeah, I think that's what I didn't realize when I first jumped into monitors. I had a Savannah monitor at one point, and my girlfriend's like, well, we don't have the room for you because I want to get into retics. She's like, well, we don't have the room for you to keep both the Savannah and get back into snakes. Like, but yeah, I did dive into. I picked up a Savannah monitor for free off Craigslist when I was getting back into reptiles, and that's after the cryptosporidium had been out of our house for so long because like everyone got like sick with crypto because of some bottle calves we have. If you guys want to look it up, it's a pretty nasty parasite. And so it is not fun. It's like 2 months of not fun. That's how not fun it is. It's like 2 full months of it. But yeah, I looked into them a bit before that, and they got some pretty needy demands that need to be met in order to keep them healthy, So
yeah, once we brought him home and I was like, well, I got some research to do. And the readings that I started, finding, just like fake book. I'm going to join this group. I'm going to join that group. I'm going to take what I think some of the best care. I'm going to take the bullshit out, leave the bullshit or whatever. And I've found out, reading a few articles and things like that. If I remember right, it's only like 99, like less than 1%, or it's 1% of the Savannah monitors that are imported in the United States for the pet trade. Only 1% survive over 1 year old.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty sad. Granted, those numbers changed and everything. I don't know. I can't recall exactly how old that article was or whatnot. But so I made sure. I said that's my pride right there. I'm going to make sure that this animal survives at least over a year old. And he's on 2 right now, so that's cool, man. He's fun to have.
See, yeah, I don't know how old mine was when I got him. Like I said, I got him from someone off Craigslist, and they didn't even know. And he was really calm. Like they told me he was like an asshole lizard. You know what I mean? And no, I mean, I was able to like hand feed him his shrimp and everything. So
that's cool, man.
He was good sized, but it was
yeah. When we got we named our Savannah Megatron. When we got him, we were told that he was 6 weeks old. So he was not even bigger than my girlfriend's finger, man. We still got an old picture of her holding him and everything. And now he's about 2.5 foot. I would say honestly, he's probably pushing about 3 feet. Because right now we have him in a 6 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot in the living room, and that's our TV stand, our entertainment center. We got the TV on top and then Megatron below. But I'm going to be building him something new pretty soon. Tax return. Woohoo! Hopefully.
You mean reptile money? Gotcha.
Oh, that stuff.
But yeah, other than that, Megatron's the only other reptile that we do have in the house. It's not a serpent or a snake. But he's
sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. He's pretty calm then. You got him like real hand.
My girlfriend worked a lot with him, a whole hell of a lot. And I was wanting to do the no hands-on approach, and also I'd come up to his enclosure and I'd hang out with him. I tried, cutting a piece of my shirt and put it in his enclosure so he got used to my scent or whatever. A bunch of techniques that people are, I read or researched that, hey, try this, try that. So I went with the no hands-on approach. So anytime I go and I'd sit in front of his home, I just knuckle up. There it is. I just knuckle up my hand and then, just set it next to him or right there at his home or whatever. Well, my girlfriend was more determined to get this guy to be social. She worked. The next thing you know, one day he walked up to her foot and walked all the way up her leg and perched right up here on her shoulder. And ever since then, man, he's cool. He is friggin' cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you want to bust him out for us or.
Sure. Hey, sweetheart, you want to bring Megatron in here? Let me put this guy back.
All right. Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Just bring them all out at once. Put them into a box and show it off.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
See what happens.
My girlfriend in front of the camera, she don't want to.
But he's wet. Do you want to help? I just sprayed him down.
But this is, he don't like always for me to hold him. He likes my girlfriend more than me. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I asked her to help and bring him over here because she's like, dude. But this is Megatron.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And I don't trim his nails. Sorry, man.
We have a hand model.
Stop.
Yeah, see, mine was extremely calm, and then I got him like
there we go.
Late fall, so super cold outside. When I first got my Savannah. And when it finally hit like spring and it was warm, I took him outside for the first time. And it was like, I've never seen such a quick change in temperament. He like, because normally he's always been calm with me. I set him down in like a dirt patch and he just puffed his whole body up, pulled his tail back, started hissing at me. And then he booked it. Right. And I didn't realize how quick Savannahs were because he's never done that before. So I was like right on him, But
Yeah, it was freaking quick. Dude.
as
Like,
soon as I picked, yeah, as soon as I picked him up, he just shit and pissed all over me. I'm like, what the hell got into you? You know. After that, I just started taking him outside more. And then he'd just like lay on top of our driveway, you know, just chill there, catch some sun.
Right on.
So
nice basking spot.
yeah, for sure. But
yeah, the lady, she made a leash for Mega so he doesn't take off like that on us now. But we'll you made a little slip knot leash or whatever, and we'll walk him around the backyard a little bit. Thing we found, he doesn't like to be on the grass. He prefers being in the dirt. I don't know if it's like the blades of the grass, maybe irritate the skin or something. But he's like, get me the hell off the dirt, man. I mean the grass, so he'll cruise in the dirt, but not for very long.
Yeah, I even noticed that with Buttercup. She hates the grass. Because like you'll see her face, like she'll start bumping it into her face. She'll like start twitching here and there. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, on the hot summer days in California, man, I like to take all the animals outside, let them get some natural light and things of that nature. Ball pythons, I don't. Hey, I'll take them out to get some pictures to really get, because they're popping like that.
Yeah, that's the best way to take pictures.
Yeah, natural light.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I like to have the retics run around in the backyard. Especially not only that, man, they use the backyard for the bathroom and not like last night my bed. So that's cool. Yeah.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said,
I can already smell it.
Yeah, same. I can't imagine that smelling good.
Oh, it's horrible. That shit. I learned at work, man. It's like if you're gonna warm up seafood, I want you to smell retic piss because they smell exactly the same. They're absolutely.
See, I've seen you make that argument at work, and I still can't connect the two because I eat seafood, so I've never been able to connect it to the retic piss smell. So I mean, maybe I'll have to try. No, I won't be able to eat seafood anymore.
Well, I love seafood, man, but you warm it up in the microwave, and it's like, it permeates the whole damn building.
Yeah, it sounds probably about right.
You know how to use it?
I don't know what's going on here, Keith, but it says the live video was interrupted on Facebook.
Was it interrupted?
And the sound's bad. I can't hear you guys.
What?
The hell? Can you hear me?
Huh? Yeah.
Why we should have checked this a long time ago.
I mean,
Okay. What about now?
You're fine.
Now you're real low.
No.
Your voice got lower, yeah, but I don't.
Hey, what's going on here?
Interesting.
Can nobody hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you.
What's the problem?
I don't know. I don't think he can hear us.
Hold on, Lawrence.
Nope, you muted it. Hello?
All right, can you guys hear me?
Can you hear us?
I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Oh.
Oh.
3 white dudes with beards. How'd that happen?
Dude, I've seen this nifty trick once.
Close up here. Wait. There we go.
Off and tuck it.
There we go. What? It's not paused on mine. I'm looking at it right now. Everything looks like it's fine.
He's having technical difficulty.
Apparently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everything's running fine on my end.
Yeah, this is the first time I've used my laptop for anything like this. I always usually, use my phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But is it the mic is working decent, man? I don't feel like if I'm yelling at you guys or anything.
Yeah, we can hear you clear.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, cool.
Picture's a little fuzzy, but not too bad.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing with that as well. I try to use my phone, but I'll have to try to figure that out to where I can, let the access to the mic and all that.
Yeah. You might have to.
Lighting.
I know you use it on my computer on Google Chrome. I don't know if maybe you have to use Chrome on your phone too.
Oh, I'll have to try to figure it because I don't ever download it. I'm like Safari works just fine for me.
Yeah, right.
we do, you know. So,
Right.
so I'll check that out, man, for sure.
Yeah, it's probably just permissions and stuff like that, just allowing the website to use your camera, etc.
Right on.
So, oh wait, he's back.
Yo, yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, everything was fine except you, man.
Yeah, what the dude? It's like I don't know. They said like their phone broadcasting part's still experimental. So
I know I was having problems with my internet last week. You made me panic there for a second, thinking it was about to drop service. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I guess your house can drop service, right?
maybe.
I didn't have. I forgot that we switched the password. So at first, whenever I tried getting on, like nothing's working. I remember we did that.
Well, shit. I think we touched base on a lot of stuff. I don't want to keep Adam too late. I know he's probably got dinner and everything else.
And I got two crowns put on today, and my teeth, now that the numbing effect, the lidocaine or novocaine's gone, I'm like, oh, this kind of hurts, but I don't want to sound like a damn vagina standing here.
Sorry about that, man. I guess
the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah.
No worries.
But yeah, I'll let you guys fly, man. I'm gonna go have some dinner, take some Motrin, and chill with the lady for sure. Thank you very much for having me. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming. It's always a blast when you come on. So.
Oh yeah,
right on.
For sure, man.
Well, we'll have to do it again for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are beer drinkers, but maybe we'll throw a few back. You know, cheers.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
Hey, right on, man. Cool. All right, gentlemen. You guys have a good night.
Hey,
all right, you too, man. We'll see you, man. All right, so I know this coming up Sunday, we are going to have Eric Vogel on, and he keeps pretty big variety of species from venomous. I think I saw a gaboon. He's got cobras. He's got some vipers. And then he's got, green tree pythons, retics. So, I mean, it should be a pretty interesting episode.
Sweet. Stay tuned. Watch that one next week. Everyone say bye.
Well, this Sunday. Bye. All right.